So HULC is a multi-site allied health business, and we specialise in the hand and upper limb rehabilitation. So I'm an occupational therapist, but I'm no longer in a clinical role. I'm the business manager for the team. I report to a CEO, and I oversee a team of 24 OTs and physios that specialise in hand and upper limb rehabilitation, and approximately 15 admin and support staff. So we have 13 different sites where all our team work from, a pretty big team, and we have the need to have to communicate largely through email, phone calls, because we don't often get together in a room. So my role's diverse. It includes overseeing day-to-day operations at the clinics, team leadership and development, recruitment, onboarding, business process management and improvements, financial oversight, and strategic planning. Yeah, look, it was a very manual system. We did have some templates saved in a shared drive server, but there were often various versions of these. When onboarding, myself or my admin manager would draft an email and attach the various templates and forms that were required. And often for allied health staff, that's a lot of forms because we need licenses and insurances, checks with ARPRA. So we'd be CCing in multiple people on those emails. So the finance team, the admin manager, so they could be emailed the different forms that they needed, whether it was forms for tax or superannuation or forms just for simple things like uniforms. So it was very time consuming and tedious, and often information will be missed, requiring multiple email or phone calls. And with a team of almost 40 staff, we're constantly having new staff commence and having staff finish their role. So HR management takes up a lot of management time. Yeah, sure. We wanted all of our onboarding documents in one place and to be automated and to ensure we had control over the versions. And we needed them to be available to be viewed by not only just certain ones by staff members, but then need to be able to be viewed by the appropriate managers and finance team to avoid unnecessary email and phone calls. So I guess the main point was just the time that it was taking to do these processes, and we needed it all in one place and automated. The cost was a great price point for us as a business. The opportunity to customise some features and the integration with Microsoft Office and Xero was a big thing for us. And the fact that we would retain ownership or control over our documents. The team were really responsive and always available to answer questions, especially on their, we had team chats going, and I could just contact them on that and they would be really quick to respond and provide a solution. And also in some cases, we did change some aspects of the program as required to suit our business. As we were one of the first clients to use it over a multi-site entity, we did find some features didn't quite fit our needs, but we were able to work with the team to find solutions for those. One thing we did find, the change management process was a little underestimated by both parties, and perhaps some clearer and formal onboarding and planning meetings with the whole team will be useful. Definitely, yeah. So we started with both programs about 3 months ago. In that time, we've onboarded 7 staff members and offboarded 3. The time saving has been huge in that, saving at least an hour or more of my time for each new employee onboarded, plus additional time saved for existing employees because they can upload their own documents on the system, such as their registration insurances, which is great because previously those were being emailed to me. Then I had to save them on the drive, and that's just an extra steps that have been reduced now. Also, just with AgendisTime, now I used to check all the timesheets. I've been able to hand that task over to one of my direct reports, and she can generally do that less than an hour, checking 25 staff members. And it's previously we used to have our timesheets saved on an Excel document, And it was super, super tedious the way it was set up. And now it's just so much easier. Staff can access it from their phones. There's no excuse for not being able to put their time in. Previously, if they weren't at work, couldn't access the center to put their time in. There'd be emails back and forth saying, you haven't done your timesheet. Now it's right there in their hands. So everyone's got their phone with them. So that's a huge bonus for us. Or much better. Yep. And just know the feedback from the finance team. I love it, how it integrates with that. They've saved us money and time, and they've also moved the responsibility from one person to be responsible for all those tasks, to put the ownership to employees as well, for part of it as well, which has saved my time, saved my direct report time, and just made it so much more streamlined, so everything's in one place. Yeah, look, it's a bit of a jump. It's a significant investment. It requires a lot of change management, especially if you've got a big team of being working in a certain way for a very long time, like us. We've had 20 years of doing these systems manually, so that was a big change for us. But the money you'll save in paying staff to complete these tasks manually will far outweigh any of those things. And not to mention the assurance you have knowing that all of your documents are in place and accessible anytime for those who need it. So now we have these great processes and systems in place. We can focus on our big plans to grow with more clinics, more staff and new services. So watch this.